Hi, it's Amy. I'm here for a mat Pilates class in order to help you find that connection to your deep core muscles. This class is great for you if you've recently had back pain, if you've had a baby, or are just looking to get deeper into your core muscles. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Set up with your knees bent, feet hip width, and just start with a few pelvic tilts. Now flatten your back into the mat. And then reach your tailbone towards your feet. You can exhale as you draw your abs in, tilt back, and inhale, reaching your tailbone for your feet. Now just settling into a neutral spine. So your pelvis is level, you're not tucked or arched. You should have just a little bit of space right under your low back. Let's add some movement into this. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. On your exhale, reach your arms overhead just as far as you can without arching your back. You may notice that your ribs want to lift. You're going to use your low ab muscles to keep those ribs anchored down onto the mat. Now this time on your exhale, you're going to reach your hands for your feet. Curl up your head, neck, and shoulders. Your pelvis should still be neutral. You should not have tucked your pelvis. Lower down, keeping those ribs anchored down. Reach the arms overhead as far as you can without arching your back. And then on your exhale, pulling the low abs in, up into your chest. Lift, gaze at your knees. Inhale. Reach overhead without arching your back. Exhale. Pull those low abs in, navel into your spine. Last one here. Let's hold this chest lift up, float one leg up to tabletop, followed by the other leg. We're going to continue with our arm arcs. On your exhale, reach those arms overhead. Now you may not be able to go as far without losing your chest lift. Inhale down. So pelvis is still neutral. Make sure that you haven't tucked or arched your low back. Exhale. Going to challenge that core stability by reaching the arms overhead. You can always put your head down if you feel that your neck is getting tired, but just try to hold your curl more from your abs and less from your neck. And now you will go ahead and lower your head down and keep your legs in tabletop. Now we're going to go into a dead bug. So on your exhale, you are going to reach your right arm overhead and tap your left toe down. Inhale, return, and exhale, let's just stay on that same side. Inhale and exhale. Challenging that neutral spine by reaching the arm and leg apart. You're going to use your deep abdominals to keep your spine neutral. Use your exhale as a tool to pull those low abs in. One more on this side. Legs back to tabletop, right hand down. Now on your exhale, that left arm reaches overhead as the right foot taps down. Inhale back to your starting position and exhale, reach. Make sure that your pelvis is not rotating or arching. Have strong arm and legs moving around a stable pelvis. You should feel all your energy in your abs here. You shouldn't feel like this is going into your back muscles at all. And last one. Legs back to tabletop. Go ahead and grab onto the back of your legs. You're going to curl up your head, neck, and shoulders and just take a little bit of momentum to roll up to seated. I'm going to start with a tall spine here. I'm going to keep my hands right behind my thighs for a moment. Inhale to prepare. On my exhale, let's go back into those pelvic tilts that we started with on our back. So navel in, pubic bone, bottom tip of the tailbone, lift up into a little rollback, and then use your arms and pull back up. And exhale and back again. Now this time you're going to hold it right here. You can keep your hands here, or for a greater challenge, reach your arms in front of you. And we're going to hold and breathe. On your exhale, navel is in, pubic bone, bottom tip of the tailbone, lift up. That's your pelvic floor lifting. We're going to go back an inch and hold for another inhale. And exhale, scoop in deeper. And one more time, back another inch, putting the waistband of your hands down on the mat, your tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale. And roll back up. Now going into a rollback with rotation. Again, I'm going to bring my hands right behind my thighs to begin with for some support. Inhale to prepare. On my exhale, reach that right arm back. My left hand is still holding on. Inhale, stack up tall. Exhale, switch, left hand back. Inhale, stack up tall. You're welcome to keep going here, holding on with that one hand for support, or for a progression and greater challenge, you're just going to keep that left arm reaching ahead of you. Always initiating with that pelvic tilt, getting the movement through your pelvis before the rest of your spine. Inhale. Exhale. One more each side. And last one to the left. And come back up tall. You're going to just step your feet in a little bit closer to you. We're going to go into a little bit of balance work. So I'm going to, again, scoop my pelvis back just slightly into a pelvic tilt. I am tall through the rest of my spine. Inhale to prepare. My exhale, I'm going to lift my low abs in, lift from my pelvic floor, and hover my right foot above the mat. And then hover the left one too to balance. Right foot down and left foot down. Let's start with the left leg. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop the abs in, float that left foot up. The right foot comes up to meet it. Left foot down and the right foot down. Now right leg lifts again. And your exhale, and we're going to balance right here in this little ball. You're pulling your abs in. You're lifting your bottom tip of your tailbone up. You're lifting your sit bones up so much that you roll back to your shoulder blades. And exhale, come back up to balance. Keep your gaze at your knees. You're in a C curve. Keep that deep scoop of your abs the entire motion. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, balance. Inhale. Exhale, balance. One more time. Now this time, go ahead and grab onto your left knee as you roll back just to the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. We're setting up for single leg stretch. So from here, you're going to exhale, pull that right knee into your chest, send the left leg away from you. And inhale and switch, and exhale and switch. Use your hands on your knee to curl up a little bit higher. Remember that chest lift needs to come from your abs, not from your neck. That being said, you're welcome to set your head and chest down and keep going with this motion. Pull in with your abs and pull the left knee in. One more each side. Pull the right leg in and pull the left leg in with your abs. Now keep the left knee into your chest. Go ahead and just set that right leg down along with your head too. Now the left leg is in tabletop. I'm going to put my right hand on my right hip and we're going to do a bent knee follow. So on your exhale, press from the left sit bone, press that left knee out to the side, the entire leg out to the side, just as far as you can without the right hip rolling up. And on your exhale, press the left leg out. Inhale, come back in. Feel the right hip, the right abs stabilizing your pelvis as you do that. Moving that left leg around a stable pelvis. So the motion just stays in your hip joint and not at all in your back. The last two here. And last one. We'll send that left leg straight down to the mat. And then on your exhale, use your abs. Bring that right leg up to tabletop. I'm putting my left hand on my left hip for a tactile cue. And on your exhale, pressing that right leg out to the side. And inhale back up. Feel the left core, the left glute, working to stabilize your pelvis as you move your right hip around a neutral spine. Exhale out to the side. Inhale back up. And this is our last one. Go ahead and slide that right leg back down to the mat. I'm going to turn over onto my right side, and I'm setting up near the back of my mat. I've got my right hand under my head. My legs are just slightly in front of me. You want to stack up your left hip right on top of your right hip, and you should have a little bit of space right here. You don't want to be sunk down. You want to be lifted on that right side to maintain your neutral spine. So now we're going to inhale and kick the left leg forward, and then exhale, pull the abs in, reach that left leg back as far as you can without rolling your pelvis back or arching your back. Inhale forward and exhale back. Still keeping our focus on maintaining this neutral spine and pelvis and moving our left hip around it. Inhale forward. Exhale, squeeze that left glute. Keep your right hip stable. Your right core pulling in. And we've got two more. On this last one, kick your left leg back. You're going to hold the leg behind you as you turn over onto your stomach, still keeping that left leg lifted. Make sure that you are even on the mat. Your hip points are pointing straight down, and we're going to continue that hip extension of the left leg. So on your exhale, navel in to your spine. Squeeze that left glute to lift your leg just in the range where you're not arching your back or twisting your pelvis to get there. So you should feel the work in your stomach muscles and your left glute muscles. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We've got 3, 2, and last one. I'm just going to go ahead and turn over onto my left side now and stay lifted a little bit on that left side. I have my right hand right in front of me and then kicking the right leg forward on the inhale, and exhale, stretch it back behind me. Inhale and exhale. Focus is on keeping that pelvis stable. As you move your right hip around the stable pelvis. Every exhale, navel pulls into your spine. Keeping the right hip set just on top of the left. Last kick back with that right leg. Keep the leg reaching behind you. Turn back over onto your stomach with that right leg lifted. Even yourself out on the mat and start to lift and lower that right leg. Keep your focus on your center. So as you squeeze that right glute to lift the leg, You're pulling the navel into your spine and feeling the stability in your core to support that hip extension. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. And then hands are going to come to your shoulders, under your shoulders. Pull your abs in. You're just going to do a little lift from your upper back here. And then put your hands down right under your shoulders. Lift your navel to your spine. Keep working your upper back. Pull those shoulder blades down. Reach your head and chest forward into a back bend to reverse that work that we've been doing of the abs. And lower down, just a couple more lifts here. Work from the upper back, hover those hands, push the hands down, and exhale, reaching up into your little swan, rolling back down. Keep the work out of your low back as you do this. You should feel it all supported from your low abs. Last press up. Keep those abs lifted, and just go ahead and press up to your hands and knees. From here, let's just take a couple cat-cows. You're going to drop your head, curl your tailbone under into a round spine, and reverse that. Tailbone back, reach the head and chest forward to a flat back. And one more each way. Head drops, tailbone curls forward. Inhale. And then just settle into a neutral spine, so you're somewhere between those two positions. Lift the navel to the spine without rounding your back. So you're just supporting yourself in a neutral spine. And then take your left leg and your right arm and reach them apart from each other. Your hips should still be pointing straight down. Make sure that you don't rock over onto that right side. And then from here, we're going to, on the exhale, pull the right elbow and left knee together. And then reach away. And pull with your abs. And support with your abs as you reach back. Breath can keep going in either direction. Just make sure that you are using that exhale to connect in deeper to your low abs. So 2 more. Pull it in. Stretch it back. And put that right hand down. Go ahead and send the right leg back and the left arm. Just take a moment here, breathe deeply, find your core support. So make sure you haven't shifted too much weight over onto that left side, but your hips are still level. And then on your exhale, you're pulling that left elbow and right knee together. And use your abs to support yourself as you reach back. Breathing deeply, using your breath to get in deeper to those low abs. Let's go 2 more. The last one. Hand down, knee down, and just sit your hips back into a child's pose to stretch your back. Head drops down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let all the tension go. And you are finished. Thank you for working out with me. I hope that was helpful in finding your core.